Okay, so my submission for the greatest poem in the world is by a guy named Billy Collins. Billy Collins was poet laureate for a little while. I don't know if he still is. This one is called Hangover, and this is an audience participation poem. So Mr. Allen's going to have to help me out with this one. So every time I say Marco, he's going to say
Polo.
There you go. All right, so this is audience participation. I heard Billy Collins perform this on the radio with an audience, and it was pretty good. So here we go. If I were crowned emperor this morning, every child who is playing Marco
Polo.
in the swimming pool of this motel, shouting the name Marco
Polo.
back and forth, Marco,
Polo.
Marco,
Polo.
would be required to read a biography of Marco,
Polo.
a long one with fine print, as well as a history of China and of Venice, the birthplace of the venerated explorer Marco,
Polo.
Marco,
Polo.
after which each child would be quizzed by me and then executed by drowning, regardless how much they managed to retain about the glorious life and times of Marco,
Polo.
Marco.
Polo.
All right, so this is my submission. I like Billy Collins. I think he's got a very wry sense of humor, and I think it comes out in this poem. I like the idea that it gets the audience involved. I think that's what poetry should be about. You shouldn't be reading poetry in a book by yourself in your room. You should be performing poetry. It should be read out loud. And I think the fact that he brings the audience into this, I think that sort of says something powerful about poetry. And I like his sense of humor. I think it's very dry, and I guess maybe sometimes I relate to the content and the perspective in the poem in maybe a too personal way. So anyway, that's my submission, Hangover by Billy Collins. Vote for me.